けて事件解決して一件落着。そんでまたスターライトアーニャになる。
Holy crap, I am smiling from freaking ear to ear right now. What an episode. What a return for Spy Family. Yes, that was such a fantastic fire episode. Not only did we get a perfect continuation of where we left off last season with Yor and Lloyd and Anya and finally getting our doggo, but the OP fire, absolutely amazing, and the ED might even be better. Yo, the ED, the way it comes in, I was like, oh, let's go. The OP and the ED, I was like, oh my god, they're so good. Also, the way that episode ended with Starlight Anya is returning. I freaking love it just like so much. I swear to god, this episode was just so good. Like, this was like this episode was the return, and it was the perfect pacing, the perfect, return of everything. Like, I think, like, honestly, Spy Family might be one of like the easily top 5 new anime of like the last 5 years. Like, easy peasy. Like, it is just so good. Every episode is perfectly curated. It's perfectly executed. Like, it's just done like absolutely like perfectly, and you have to just love it and every moment of it. So we come back with stakes at an all-time high. Lloyd gets called in because he has like a special mission that he needs to execute. There is going to be an assassination of a foreign minister. This is Foreign Minister Brandt, and there's going to be an assassination that happens. Lloyd jumps into action and immediately pretends to be one of his confidants, and there's a kid who was captured who is like a terrorist. He pretends to be one of his confidants. This kid leaks out everything. Comes to find out that there was a project, which this is where it gets really, really cool. There was a project called Project Apple. The government was basically experimenting on a lot of different animals, and what they ended up doing is instead of killing these animals off, they ended up selling them under in the black market and the underworld. And these terrorists, they were able to get these animals into their possession, to these dogs, and they're using these really well-trained, smart animals to go and strap bombs onto them so that they can go basically kill this foreign minister. Just totally diabolical, you know what I mean? Like, just totally diabolical here. But what's really cool is we finally get to see the dog that Anya is going to get at some point in the anime, which we know by the OP, we know by all the foreshadowing, everything, that she's going to get this white, fluffy dog. And this dog is effing awesome. But she sees him in the street and everything, and we find out, okay, this dog has the ability to see, like, foresight. He either has like a foresight ability or he's able to see slightly into the future. But regardless, this dog has some really telepathic type ability. So perfect dog to be the companion for Anya here, which is freaking awesome. And she sees the dog. We go on to the puppy fair, the dog fair. We see all of this. She sees the dog in the window. The dog is super fluffy and big. She immediately, takes aim of this dog, and, she sees like a flash of her home from this dog, and she goes and tries to find it. I was like, okay, Anya was being really, really sneaky. The fact that you have these huge terrorist group and everything, and the fact that Anya was the one to finally go and just like sneak her way into the enemy base, find the dog. And she ends up getting caught up. And I was like, no, not our Anya. And immediately, the moment that I saw Anya get caught up, I was like, okay, Yor is going to ruin these dudes. And, she goes up to the scene. Thankfully, the dog, hilarious moment. Like, he was all buff and, like, barking and everything. And the moment that they threatened the dog, he was like, oh, never mind. I'm gonna hide behind Anya. Freaking loved it. It was just, like, so effing hilarious. Like, I'm telling you, I laughed so effing much during the whole little dog scene. And then, obviously, they take off because he sees in the future. He gives her a hint. Anya's telepathic abilities are able to kind of link up with him. She sees kind of what he saw, and she's able to kind of jet it out of there. They take off. Unfortunately, the dog gets tired easy. I love that so much. It's freaking hilarious. Gets into an alley, and then we see where we ended the episode with, Yor having this mentality that people are perverted kidnappers, and she calls him a perverted kidnapper, and she comes and starts effing them up, and she's going to basically throw off all their plans because Anya stumbled onto all this stuff, and that's probably going to be how Anya gets the dog, and they're going to throw this whole terrorist plan amiss. But like, overall, I just really quickly went down, kind of what happened, but overall, like, this episode was absolute fire. I love seeing the I love seeing the fact that we're back in Operation Strix. I love seeing that it's a straight continuation from where we left off on Core 1. We're right back into obtaining the dog and getting the animal. Love seeing how this new dog is going to be. You know, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be the perfect companion for Anya. It's so amazing to see. Love seeing Yor back into the fray here. Love seeing what's going to happen next. Love seeing Anya's antics. Can't wait till she gets back in school. Love that she's still calling herself Starlight Anya. And I freaking love the OP. I love that the OP was very Yor heavy. I love how it gave us like little hints of what could happen in the future. Love being able to see all of that. This episode was freaking amazing. It was hilarious. It was cute at times. I love Anya's disappointed look. Like she had a WTF look when Lloyd brought her to like the the puppy place or the dog place where they had military trained dogs. She was like, "Yo, what the f are these dogs? The dogs there were they were buff and just they're like flexing out for her. Like, look at us." I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I love that her reaction when she saw the Chihuahuas and Pomeranians. Like, I just think it was so awesome, and we're back into the driver's seat of seeing Anya and all her reactions and everything, and the fact that she keeps stumbling onto trouble over and over and over again. And I think that this is just like the perfect return. Like, I have zero gripes about this episode. 10 out of 10 episode 1 of Core 2, or I guess you'd call it episode 13 of the continuation. Can't wait to see what happens next with this foreign minister. Can't wait to see on how she actually ends up obtaining this dog. You know, will Yor throw these plans into disarray? Is Lloyd going to come onto the scene all of a sudden? What's going to end up happening? There's so many different pieces on the board that were set, and now we just have to wait for their next move. So let me know what you guys thought about this return of Spy Family. I think this episode was killer. It was absolutely amazing. I think it did no wrong. Everything I wanted from the return of Spy Family I got, and the OP and ED just fire. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys on those thoughts there. Nothing else critical, nothing else to add, no additional value to add here. So let me know what you think. I want to see your value down in the comments below, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see next, and what did you think of the dog that is going to become part of the family. All right, see you guys next week, my friends. Peace.